Okay, we are live. We are live. I'm just launching into NavalArt now because I've been having this small problem with my PC where it wouldn't allow me to access my taskbar once I've opened NavalArt. Well, it's not just happened with NavalArt, it's also happened with OBS. So yeah. That's why we're starting off by launching into the game. But when we launch into the game, you will see what is the end result of the Dead Storm. As I did a bit of work off camera, as you can see here. Which, for Dead Storm, I was actually able to get her a really great armor scheme without overweighing her. Because of a smart thing that was recommended to me by someone on the NavalArt Discord. Use armor plates of adjustable hull pieces on the outside, then just armoring the entire pieces underneath them. I wish I knew this when I was doing the Golden Hinds. I could have fitted more stuff on them. 200mm on the guns. 200mm guns. But yeah. What I'm going to be doing now is actually combat testing the Dead Storm before I do anything else. And as you might have seen already, I put an aircraft catapult on top of the turret, or I think I did. Yeah, I did put an aircraft catapult on top of a turret, and then I've got 3 aircraft. 1 already on the catapult, and then 2 that can be lifted up to the catapult via these cranes that I added. Although I need to lower the cranes down a bit, or put a small bit of a platform underneath. I'll sort that out after the battle I put them in. So, I'm going to put them up against a contemporary heavy cruiser. Preferably one I haven't made. Oh god, trying to find a ship I haven't made here. I think this one's the battlecruiser one of that guy's. Middle distance, time noon, and time. What? Oh, frick! I forgot to put them to Admiral setting. Standby, well, oh god, why am I saying standby? I was about to say standby while I pause the recording, I'm like, no, this is the live stream, I can't pause the recording. Oh, well, you can at least see how much damage one set of the guns do. And Crusader is indeed the heavy cruiser. But seeing as this isn't on Admiral settings, I'm just going to... Right, back to dock. I'll put it to Admiral settings. Ah! Right. Sorry about that. Okay, so... Back to menu. Also, one thing I forgot to do. I have yet to test how fast this thing goes. Did I already add torpedoes? No, I haven't added... Oh yeah, I did. Renounce on the back. Quick battle at Admiral difficulty. The HM... AS Crusader against the Dead Storm. With one side unfortunately having a really horrible commander. I think you can all guess which side I'm talking about, the really horrible commander. Well, at least with the ordering, it's going correctly with the aircraft on the already on the catapult going first. Shoot. I did not armor my secondaries yet. Because the extent I did off camera was just armoring the actual hull itself. But we are doing some pretty decent damage. These 8 inches are really decent. Oh god. I think I might need to up armor my mains, because you saw just at the very start of this video, I armored those main guns. I'm gonna need to up armor my mains. But even down a main turret, we're more powerful in terms of gunfire than they are. Because whereas they're only 4 twin 8s, we are 4 triple 8s. I think even with 3 turrets we should still be able to outgun them. Yeah, 3 turrets would be at 9 turrets, so at 3 turrets would still outgun them. Speaking of 3 turrets, I've just gotten a bit of an idea. Make a subclass of this that is more for going up close for torpedo attacks, maybe? Oh shoot, the Renounced have been destroyed. And the stern is settling quite low in the water right now. Oh yeah, because the stern's taking on water, and the water is a lot heavier than the weight that the bow is producing. But it shouldn't matter, we've won. We've won this engagement. Even if it's by the skin of our teeth. Okay, stop the ship. We are going to recover our aircraft. Yep, they are returning to the ship. Well, the Crusader goes down with a port list. Almost level, actually. Okay, so combat evaluation of the Dead Storm out of the way. We need to do some more armoring to her, and then I think we can call it a day. Don't you agree? With the Dead Storm, that is. Not of the actual stream. For those of you who don't know right now, I'm currently just trying to stall for time on this series, because currently OP is on holiday in the UK and is nowhere near finished. Oh, yeah. I didn't think you might have seen it yet, but if you haven't, I got a rocket battery on the stern of this thing. They're UP rockets, of course, to make sure that we're keeping with the time period. And I was debating on secondaries whether or not to use these Italian guns. I decided to go with them in the end. I'm just thinking, do I keep this, No, actually, because we've already seen this thing, even minus a turret, is good in combat, so I'm thinking, maybe if I... Oh god, first off, repaint. Oh god, the barrels have turned gold in the gold colour for some reason that I would use sometimes. But I'm just maybe thinking I remove one of these turrets and then possibly put a 5-inch one of the 130s on top instead. Could do. Oh yeah, I also put on anti-aircraft weaponry, Orlikans and Bofors. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that stern turret there. It's no longer going to be an 8-inch turret. Well, hold on a sec. Before I actually put on the guns I'm thinking of putting on, I want to see what they're remodeling of the British. Bit better, but it's more hood guns than the guns that I like at the 15-inch. Right, now back to the guns I'm actually putting on this thing. So, the 130s are the ones on the taskbar. Yep. This is because I'm thinking that we already had proven that just 4 of the guns are okay enough, and it saves on weight a bit, although thinking about it, we don't need the weight savings. We don't need the weight savings because we have a buoyancy of almost 69,000 tons. And on our previous displacement, we were already still above where I would put the waterline out on this ship. So, we're going to need to add more weight somewhere, somehow. Another catapult on a 4th aircraft? This is going to be a weird design, but yeah, another catapult on the bow, 4th aircraft. Viewers, if you're going to wonder what excuse I'm going to have for the bridge being blocked out, I'm going to say that this turret is on a special barbette system that could lower down when not in combat. Or actually, I think I could already get away with lowering the... barbette slightly. Yeah, I can get away with lowering it slightly already without having to make excuses. Yeah, tad bit better. Still not the greatest, but it could be worse. The crew could be listening to Nickelback. Okay, enough with the music jokes. And then copy, rotate around, there. Right, so we've gotten the weight near enough what it was before we added the 5 inches on the stern instead of this an extra 8-inch gun. Hold on a sec. Maybe I could add this in. Maybe, just maybe. If I move those, I could move that back and down slightly. I've realised though, this gun being on a barbette might be troublesome for the rear gun here firing a bit. Hold on. Slightly raise up the level. Yeah, actually. I could keep the 8 inches and have the 5 inches at the same time. Or maybe no. I prefer the 5 inches there. Well, no, I'm gonna have to paint them now. Oh god, they're not appearing in their normal paint, so... There we go. Yeah, I prefer the 5 inches there despite the fact it's less weight. I'm gonna need to weigh this down a bit more. There we go. Now back to 36,000 tons. On a much more standard armament in terms of main guns of just 4 8-inches, 4 888s instead of 5 888s. Please do put in the comments if I should have kept the 5 888s or not, and I might make a You know, I'm gonna make a subclass that has the 5 888s, so... There's the Dead Storm here, as she normally is, and then Dead Storm subclass is not going to have these 5 inches. They're instead going to have the 8-inch gun they originally came with. At 250 main gun. Yeah, main gun 250. And this is not the Dead Storm. This is the Stormwind. Which Stormwind is going to be a subclass of the Dead Storms with the 5 8-inches. So then I don't have to have people going on at me in the comments of, oh, you should have kept the 5 triple 8 inches. I've got a version that keeps the 5 triple 8 inches, as well as also a version that has what I want as a bit of a better armament, in my opinion, on seeing it in combat trials. Right. So, I know I have a battle cruiser already, and the revolts, I realise, aren't battle cruisers because being honest here, 510mm guns throws it way out of the realm of being a battle cruiser, so I'm going to be referring that as a new battleship class, which means I'm now in need of another battle cruiser class. And what better way to do it than to possibly develop off one of my older designs. I'm just thinking of which one of my older designs to develop off for it. Yeah, that was because I found out I spelled Spectre wrong, but then people in a Discord server were complaining I did not give it a designation, and so I gave the Inspector designation. That's for right. So for battle cruiser wise, next up is I've really got no old designs that I could really go back to with pride and be like, yes, this design is going to be remade. Which it's, oh god. Well, I could remake the Thunderchilds. Yeah, I'm going to remake the Thunderchilds, completely different though from what they originally were. So, new design. Yes, I would like a new design. So viewers, you know I occasionally like a good catamaran design. I think I might do this as a catamaran. Then again, no. Thinking. Don't interrupt me, I'm thinking. First off, just so I know which way's forward and which way's backwards. And then, oh, freaking hell. Select, scroll down, 0, 0, 0. And then actually move that down to whereabouts that gun is, and that's going to be our... So really, the Thunderchild's guns are going to consist of the... It's not these ones, no, it's not 420s. 406s, isn't it? 460. Yeah, it's 460 because he misheard me on 406. The Thunderchilds are going to consist of these things as main guns. So yeah. And I am going to do this as a catamaran design, so this one isn't going to need any roundness, and the height is actually going to need to be higher, though. Hold on a second. First off, give the width of the hull as a 45 for each. And then set this at a placement of x negative 45. No, because need distance between the hulls. Negative 47. Bottom roundness. Negative 45. 40. $35. You know what? 36, and that'll be the closest the main hulls get to each other, unless something catastrophic has happened and the bit holding the two hulls together has snapped into two pieces and the hulls collide with each other. Right. So, length is going to be 250. No, 500, because 250 times 2. That's what I'm going to have it of the main hull. Right, I need to bring in a gun again to... Right, gun again to make me know what's forward and what's backwards. No, not... Ugh, freaking hell. I've just realised something, though. It's going to be very difficult for me to get this all centered. Right, so... Another adjustable hull like this. Size goes down to 250. And then this entire 250 piece is going to end with the forward width being at absolute 0. Okay, I need to do some quick adjustable hull piece movement stuff here. 0 on 0, 0. And this thing is going to be a heavily armored beast as well, because of the fact that this thing does not require hear me out on this as well, does not require any of the main hull pieces here to be armored, because she's coming already equipped with an armor piece on the... She's going to be not equipped with armor pieces, have belts as armors. 0. 0. Then move back. No. 1. Length can't be at 0. Point 5. I set 0.5. God. How hard is it to set up something like this? Like that way, and one, 0. One, 0. There we go. And now I just need to move this back a slight bit. Yep. There we go. That's the bow completed. And the stern is going to consist of basically the same parts, just going a bit wider in the end. Oh god. Going to 10 at that end there. And then stack top, stack top, stack top, mirror, mirror on the wall. Stack top again, mirror, stack top, mirror, and this is going to be a flush deck battleship, which I don't believe I've done for, well, I actually have for my battleships, really, some of them on this. Right. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint in the predicted waterline parts. Because this thing is going to be my armoured behemoth of a battleship. Again, not the flagship, that goes to the Dekus. But this thing is going to be an armoured behemoth regardless. Like, this entire ship on its armor plating is going to have 600mm armor. Okay, stack top, mirror, stack top, mirror, and then change that into the blue. Hold on a second, I'm thinking maybe not using the blue. Maybe actually having this a grey or something. Or white hulled? No. Lime green? No. You know what? We're gonna go with this orange light color as the main hull color. Actually, no, not that. Purple hulled? Hold on a sec, is there like an... I'm actually going to go with this color, yeah. So, edit, pick that color for there, done. Just so then I don't have to go try and find it again. So, the projected waterline is there. Preferably I want one more of this above the projected waterline. Oh god. But yeah, displacement here is already at 702,000 tons. Seriously? Eeh. Well, yeah, I did make this pretty long. Right. How many hull blocks could actually be fitted in between the hulls? Oh god. Let's find out, shall we? Oh god. 5, I think. No, not 5, but... I picked a good width because it means that I can easily make my superstructure along the center part. That's if I make my superstructure, that is. I might just copy another superstructure. Right, so... Okay. This top deck here... I think I could give a width of 36 on each. 36, 36. And then if I move this carefully enough... No, actually. Backwards. Move that into center, that is, first. And then... 27. And then... down to the... That level on Y is 16,400, so 16,400. That fits in snugly. I just need to 0x. No, not x. Z, I mean. And booyah! We have our catamaran. I actually think we might need to make it wider. Hold on. Slight. No, actually, no, actually, we don't need to make it wider because Yeah, it fits in nicely just there. Although, like I said, centering this all is going to be a pain. Part on top. Then mirror, mirror on the wall. This has given me a bit of Cerberus vibes with the gun layout at least, but not the type of guns. One, two, three. And center, no. Center enough. Center and center. One thing I actually want to try and find out is if this game actually represents what am I thinking of? If a ship capsized because there's too much weight on one side other than the other. We'll soon find out. HFS THUNDER HILD HFS Thunderchild, ship saved. Right. I gotta see if there's a ship superstructure I could use. I could take the Nostradamus. Nostradame. Or how would, compared to this thing, the superstructures I have fit? So, superstructure here, which is the ever-given superstructure, fits nicely actually, compared to what it did for other designs. How it did for other designs. Consideration. The hood-like superstructure. It just looks pitifully tiny on this thing. And the, no, not Missouri, Montana superstructure looks even smaller! Right. I definitely need to look through my ships on a superstructure that would actually fit. Eek. Right. So, a superstructure that would fit. I think, might be coming from Stiffgate, aka the Envy class. No, OP would shout at me for using his superstructures. Fuck. Does anyone know of a giant ship on the Steam Workshop that I could use the superstructure of? Because none of these superstructures are gonna cut it. Hold on a sec. In presets, there's probably not going to be, but no harm in checking. There's obviously not going to be for the Dragon Prize, so that's going to mean workshop page. Ow, my foot, ankle. Or no, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be a coward. So, superstructure's width, at least 27. So 28. 28. Yep. And then height that across 500. Right, height 500. Oh yeah, and add a top roundness as well. Hold on a sec, no, back to 6 actually. And then move that far forward again. Then flatten that part again. Stack backwards. $500 takes 6, so that would be $494. Height 494. Hold on a second. If I take another 6 off that, so 488. And then flatten that again. Small bit forward. Perfect on the forward or backwards scale, on the height scale. Mm, 37 it was there. And then up. There. 3,300, and that is 34, and up there, and then the stern piece here is also going to consist of this. I was initially thinking of doing this kind of like my hydrogen class, where this superstructure area would also account as an aircraft hangar, where aircraft would fly out the back. But I don't want to go through the pain of over hundreds of blocks across. Okay, so now this reduced down to a height of 3, 2, and then painted black. Move it down slightly ahead. Or make it slightly wider on each side and a bit like that. You know, I said I didn't want to worry about hull having hundreds of hull blocks. I'm going to sort of similarly follow the hydrogens a tad bit, not much, by having a sort of external bridge wing structure at the back of the ship here, which is going to be wide enough to fit on a whole bunch of anti-aircraft guns. Another hull block. There. And there. And that will go out one wider as well. So So, first off, actually just putting this piece here at that, and then hull blocks here at 1, 2, and then one below as well. I just want to check, yeah, that is at the edge of the superstructure piece, but not merging within it. 1, 2. 1, 1. One, two, no. One. Two. Two. One. One, and then by that point here, only the bottom. By the time it goes out to 4 wide, only the lower of these two I just put in here would be used. Oh god. So yet again, move this. And then from this bit, only the bottom row of the 2 rows I did here would be carried on. What the hell? Right, that's the back row, the lower part. I want to do those curved blocks last actually, because then it means I definitely know I've mirrored that entire row. Okay, I forgot a part of the wedge pieces here. But yeah, this entire area past these bridge wings that you can't see out of are going to consist of my anti-aircraft platform for these ships, for this ship. I don't know whether or not I'm going to do this as a class, because, to be honest, with the ships I've built in this fleet, you could quite easily say that my nation's gone bankrupt. Bankrupted our naval budget. Yeah, you could quite easily say that, actually, because, it's literally what we've done. Oh, and I already had that colour selected. Oh, never mind. There we go. Height corrected. Alright, that's Thunderchild. You know what? I'm going to end the stream here, viewers. Thunderchild is not going to be a ship I'm going to carry on off camera, because I really need content to fill out the time on this series between now and when OP's finished. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Sound service,